We all have that one friend. The one who says, "I'm 5 minutes away," when they haven't even left their house. Or maybe you are that friend. While the rest of the world sees being late as a sign of disrespect or laziness, psychology suggests something much more complex is happening inside your brain. Stay with me, because if you're someone who constantly struggles with the clock, you're about to realize you aren't disorganized. You might just be wired for a different kind of reality. Psychologists call this time optimism. It's a cognitive bias where your brain legitimately underestimates how long a task will take. When a time optimist thinks about getting ready, they don't factor in finding their keys, the red lights, or the walk from the parking lot. They only see the best-case scenario. In a famous 2001 study, researchers found that people fall into two categories: Type A, ambitious and competitive, and Type B, relaxed and creative. When asked to estimate when a minute had passed, Type A felt it at 58 seconds. Type B, they didn't feel it until 77 seconds. If your brain literally feels time moving slower, you aren't being rude, you're navigating a different internal clock. But there's a darker, more addictive side to lateness. For some, being late is a subconscious search for a dopamine hit. Think about the rush you feel when you're racing against the clock. That spike in adrenaline and focus is what psychologists call the deadline rush. For many people with ADHD or high stimulation needs, the brain doesn't turn on until the stakes are high. You aren't late because you don't care. You're late because your brain needs the crisis of being late to finally feel motivated. It's a form of self-stimulation that makes the mundane act of showing up feel like an Olympic event. Have you ever noticed that right when you're supposed to walk out the door, you suddenly feel the urge to wash one dish or check one last email? This is procrastivity. It's a psychological defense mechanism. By doing one more small thing, your brain gets a quick hit of accomplishment that masks the anxiety of the upcoming transition. Deep down, leaving the house feels like losing control of your environment, so you stay just a few minutes longer to reclaim it. Here is the part your punctual friends won't understand. Chronic lateness is often linked to high levels of creativity and optimism. Research shows that people who are time-blind tend to be big-picture thinkers. They are so engrossed in the now, the project they are working on, or the conversation they are having, that the future simply ceases to exist. This is called flow state. Being late might actually be a side effect of your ability to immerse yourself completely in the present moment. So, if you're always the last one to arrive, stop telling yourself you're a failure. Your brain is likely prioritizing the quality of the moment over the rigidity of the clock. You aren't broken. You're just living in a world designed by Type A people. But if you find yourself constantly late because you're overthinking every single detail before you leave, you might be dealing with something even deeper. In fact, there's a reason why some of the most put-together people are actually the most emotionally exhausted. Click this next video to find out why your perfectionism is actually a hidden survival mechanism you need to understand.